Today I'm here to do Houston Beauty, episode 7. Yeah. I wasn't gonna even do a review. I was gonna put it up tomorrow, but it's always something on this show that kind of piss you off that you just have to get out right now. So here we go. The students, they're getting ready for the hair show. You know, they've been begging Miss J for a hair show, so they all kind of getting their hair together or whatever. Ms. J said they have to compete with other schools, I guess, in Houston. So they kind of have to work in groups. So you have, they put Mia and Corey in the same group. And I'm sitting there like, Ms. J, is the producer telling you to put them together for ratings or something? Because why would you put people that you know just had beef in the same group? It's not going to go the way you expect it to go. It's not going to be smooth sailing. They're going to bicker. They're going to argue. Because that's what you get for putting them in the same group. Corey is just such a fucking queen that he's pissed that Mia's in the group. Instead of doing his fucking job, he always talking about he's this, he's that. But he let people get under his skin like really, really fucking quick because he can't be Queen Bee. Sorry. No, not gonna happen. First of all, Corey, I have not seen you do no badass hairstyles yet. And we up in the 7th episode. So calm that shit down that you the best. And you did this and you did that, and we ain't seen you do shit. Wigs don't consider that you just a hairstylist. I'm just saying, these motherfuckers are bought. Anybody can just learn how to cut up a fucking wig. You ain't did shit to prove yourself. I'm sorry. Mia just like really like, we need to squash this. He studied being a bitch. So she kind of walks off and kind of want to do her own thing. Okay. Grace come in class late. She goes straight to like Mia. She went to somebody group. I think it was Corey and them group. Instead of going to her own group, when you know you fucking coming in late, and then don't even apologize for coming in late, you got to be a bitch about it. So then they all start having to present their little they groups have to present their models or whatever. You had Jessica group. They did like snowflakes or something. Theirs was okay. Neil had like a winter wonderland. I was like, hell no, what is that? I was not getting it. And Neil always has, when he do hairstyles, he do these drapes around the hair, like these braids. Because even when he did when they did the one with the little kids, he had kind of had the same kind of hairstyle that just didn't look like, I don't know where he was going with it. I don't know. Grace had like, her group had a French, like a simple French roll. And she kind of blamed it really on the other students. And so Miss J basically asked her, why did she come in late? Her excuse was her son. Miss J was like, when we let you guys into this school, y'all don't come with, oh, y'all don't need to have a babysitter. Y'all try to do everything in your power to get into these schools. So when you get in, don't try to make up the excuses now. They try to say, okay, well, circumstances happen or whatever. Yes, they do. But Miss J pointed out that she comes in school every day late. So my thing is, you either get your shit in order or give somebody else that spot. Just saying. She kind of gets pissed off at Miss J or whatever and don't want to talk. Tell the other girl she talk because she don't feel like talking anymore. My thing is like, is this a real school? I really need to know from Houston people, is this a real fucking school? Because this shit is so weird that I'm just like, where do you be able to talk to the director of the school without saying get the fuck out, and other things that goes on in this school that I just be like, is this some scripted shit? As I keep on watching this, I just be like, shit, some shit just don't make sense. So anyway, Grace go to her older sister's house. She talking to her older sister. Her older sister, when she noticed when she came in that Grace was smelling like alcohol, so Grace was kind of blaming it on stress or whatever. Her sister is just like, you need to get your shit together. You're going to always have stress. Drinking is not going to solve the fucking problems. Get your shit together, Grace. And, yeah. So, she's talking about how she want to prove herself to her family. She's telling her sister about the hair show and how she wants the family to come. The mama, the daddy, all of them. Because she just want to show them that she have turned over a new leaf and she's doing good and all this kind of stuff, and this is making her happy. My thing is, Grace seemed like the type of person that was running with niggas in the hood, running in the fast crowd, fast ass girls, and her parents wasn't about that fucking life. So she kind of was like a disappointment to them. That's what I feel with Grace. It just felt like she wasn't measuring up to her family standards, and she was doing some other shit. So, like I say in my other videos, it's always consequences to the shit that you do. And sometimes you do so much fucked up shit, you can't just expect your family members to say, fuck all the fucked up she did with the family, let's just forgive her. Especially not doing this shit on national TV. Maybe your parents want to work this shit out private, and you trying to put them on blast ain't gonna help it none. I'm just saying. The next day, Grace ended up coming to school on time. She wanted to show them that she's really wanting to work. Grace really want to prove something to her parents. So right now, she's going to show up to school on time. She's going to be willing to work and all this kind of stuff. So then Miss J announces who's going to be the creative director for the hair show. And Neil ended up winning, being picked. This is why, another reason why I say this shit scripted. Neil's a freshman. Why is he the creative director? Now, I understand he work in this little sex store or whatever, and he work with weird shit, and he done things, you know, like model little photo shoots and all that kind of shit. But if he's a freshman at your school, why not pick a senior to be the creative director? Is it only like a couple of people that know how to do hair in there? Really? Like, I don't get it. I just really don't get how. And no shade to Neil. No shade, because I thought he did an awesome job on a photo shoot. And I thought that he was a good pick out of all the other students. But my thing is, when you picking a freshman, I'm like, I was looking like Corey. Like, first time me being on Corey's side is why you didn't pick a senior. Not necessarily saying you should have picked Corey. Don't agree with that type of shit whatsoever. Because when him and Mia, and I forgot to bring them up, when him, Mia, and whoever else, Johanna, whatever her name is, when they did their presentation, they came with two model heads because they couldn't get along, and both of them were trying to show their damn style. So, no, Corey, you couldn't be the creative director, because we all know how that would have went if Corey would have won creative director. So, like I said, he's pissed. Ms. J tells them they have to stay after school so they can hear Neil's idea. She bringing pizza. Corey is kind of pissed off. He wants to leave. Grace is telling them, no, like, you guys need to focus. Like I said, she is trying to work everything out so she can get this fashion show on the road, because if her parents come, she want to impress them. So she goes to Neil and, like, kind of basically help him gather the students around so he can basically tell them his idea. His idea was, like, a good versus evil kind of thing or whatever. So Corey is acting like he don't want to have nothing to do with it. Ms. J noticed Neil's leadership skills is not up to par. She is just like, these kids is running all over him. So she say she need to talk to him or whatever after she dismissed the class. She dismissed the class and tell him, like, I picked you for a reason. I think you can do this. She just really kind of try to encourage Neil. So then you have Mia and Queensley. They meet up and they try to have little girls' day, little pedicure or whatever. And Mia tells Queensley about her apologizing to the students. And now they have the hair show, and she has to work with Corey and Johanna. I think that's her name. And Queensley kind of feeling salty. Queensley is just like, oh, now you got friends. Now you got friends. My thing, Queensley, boo, and you know I love you. But it's not about having friends when you have to be in a group and work with each other. It's not about kicking and having a conversation, going to lunch, none of that. It's about doing your job and going home. So it's not about, oh, you got friends now. So to put her in that kind of position, I thought that was really wrong of Queensley to do. Like I said, I love you, Queensley, but I thought that was wrong. So then Mia invites her to the hair show. She really don't want to go because of the shit with Miss J. She want to support her, but she don't want that drama. So I can understand that part. Students the next day is working on their hair for the school or whatever. Neil wants to talk to Corey before anything goes on so he can get Corey on his side. So he was like, Corey, like, you're not going to leave. You basically not going to leave. Can you please stay? Just try to really get Corey on his good side. He don't really want the drama with Corey. Corey's being a diva, acting like he's top-notch shit, talking about, oh, he's not nothing, so I'm not going to leave. Oh, bitch, please. So Neil started giving his ideas to the students or whatever. And like I said, Neil is a really great choice for being a creative director. I just didn't understand by him being a freshman. But he's, you know, giving his ideas to the students. They taking heed to it. They not arguing. Everybody getting along. So that was cool. Grace calls her dad after school or whatever to give him a message to invite him to the hair show. And I was sitting there like, girl, he saw your number. He just didn't want to talk to your ass like that. It wasn't even about So anyway, the next day, the students working on their hair. Mia happy that she's gonna be the model. I'm gonna talk about that. I'm just leave that alone. She's being a model. She's really excited. Grace is asking Corey who's he inviting. He's talking about his parents, his best friend, yada yada yada. She was talking about how she invited her dad. So me and them was like, I hope he really comes. You know, trying to show support or whatever. Then Miss J, she's outside because it's like the day of the hair show, and she's trying to get in contact with Neil because Neil's not nowhere to be found. He's not answering his phone. The other teachers are calling him on another phone. No, he's not picking up. So they kind of worried or whatever. Corey is getting mad with Mia because Mia wants to cut the wig that Corey did. Should have been burned, but okay. Yeah. So he gets kind of mad and he storms out the school and he leaves for like 30 minutes. Comes back, Miss J is like, what the fuck is up with you? Like, why are you leaving? And he was like, instead of causing a confrontation with me, he just left. And I'm like, are you stupid? This is another reason why I think this shit is scripted, because your ass would have just been gone doing some bullshit like that without no warning. The teacher running after you, not even the teacher, the director is running after you to try to get you to stay, and you drove off. She told him next time he do that, him and his model was out the show. And I'm sitting there like, he don't give a fuck. Corey don't care. He don't have a care in the fucking world. He think he top notch shit, so he don't give a fuck. So like I said, they still trying to get in contact with Neil. Still no answer. He ended up going straight to the venue or whatever, because students end up having to leave without him. He had all these props and clothes and shoes and shit, so they kind of worried. They go to the venue, they get there, he's there. When Miss J and them get there, they get there and they notice that he's there. So Miss J is kind of feeling like, what the fuck, this motherfucker up in here and acting like he didn't do shit wrong. He should at least walked up and told Miss J, like, I'm sorry, I apologize for not coming to the school. I came straight here. He should have said something instead of trying to work around it like that shit wasn't going to be brought up. So Miss J and Miss Ely, well, they talking about him or whatever. No, before all of that, Miss J wants to talk to Neil. Things that went left. She talks to him. She wants to know, like, why or whatever. And he give all these excuses. His phone died, this, and that. He kind of getting frustrated with her. He called them bad communicators, which was so true, but the wrong way to do it. I'm sorry, Neil. They do bad communication, but you did it the wrong way, and you were at fault for this whole situation. I'm just saying. And I love you, Neil, but you was at fault for this situation. So he starts snapping on Miss J. Miss J starts snapping ass back like, don't do it. I'll kick your ass up out of here. Don't do it. She can feel herself getting riled up. So she go and start venting to the other little Three Stooges ladies. And they all start talking or whatever. And Neil, like, storms outside. He's going on talking about, I'm the best student this fucking school ever had. And all this kind of stuff. And Miss Burns is talking to him, trying to calm him down. Then he goes, Miss Ely and Miss J is talking, and she was talking about Neil and how bad she felt about Neil talking to him like that. So she goes outside and try to talk to him and, you know, work some shit out. So both of them know they kind of did wrong, and both of them know they kind of blew up at each other or whatever. So they apologize, work that shit out, whatever. Ms. J goes and checks on the competition or whatever. So then she comes back and tells her students, like, we need to go do a walkthrough because I just sized up the competition and we need to have our shit on point. So then Quincy arrives. Soon as she walks in, Miss J immediately gets pissed the fuck off. Now I understand you getting mad because she's backstage, but the way Miss J acted like a bitch, it didn't make no sense. This is why I don't like Miss J. And because Quincy didn't do anything wrong besides walk in a venue that she was trying to go backstage to tell her friend that she was there to support her. So instead of acting like a bitch, you should have just let the girl say hi and let her go back to her seat. But you had to make this big old deal about you don't want her there and all this kind of shit. I thought that was really fucking childish. Then Queensley saw the tension in the air, so she walks out, try to go look for Mia, because the girl tells her that they went to go do the walkthrough. And as she looking through the door, her bitch ass, Miss J bitch ass son walks and stands in front of the door. I'm like, you fucking queen. Like, you fucking asshole. I'm trying not to be very, very disrespectful to him, but I'm quite sure you know what I want to say. I can't stand a dude to act like a bitch. You straight bitch boy. Like, for real. Yeah, he just stands in front of the door. She noticed it. He acting stupid. So she just like, you know what, fuck it. I'm going to leave because I don't want to cause drama at this hair show when I'm really here to support Mia. And I thought that was really fucked up and looked really punkish on Miss J and her son part. Like, I don't get it. Like, I hope we see the other schools that's on here. Can we see they schools as the Houston Beauty? Because this bullshit ass school ain't shit beauty about Franklin. Nothing. So anyway, like I said, she leaves. Miss Ely prays before the show start. Okay. You should have been praying for Miss J. Just saying. That's the fucking devil up in the fucking competition. Should have been fucking praying on her and her punk ass son. So anyway, the hair show starts. They had some radio DJ. I don't remember her name. They had 3 schools with Franklin, Texas Hairstyling, and Royal Beauty Careers. Now, Texas Hairstyling went first. I thought they did really cool. You know, I was feeling them. Royal Beauty Careers, they were more like couture hair, kind of stuff like that. That shit with the bear on the head, didn't like that one. But okay, some of that shit was cool. Franklin Beauty was the last school to come out. Mia, I don't like that hair. I just don't. I thought if you being a queen of this ice thing and snowflakes and all this shit, you should have long ass flowing hair. That girl with the red, the big girl in the red looking like Hey Kool-Aid, I wasn't feeling that. Devontae, I wasn't feeling him. Nope, didn't like it. Who else on there I didn't like? Grace looked it okay. Grace looked it cool. I can't give her that. But the rest of them, I was just like, okay, whatever. But yeah. So then after they all finish, they do their little walk down the aisle or whatever. The audience over there battling over whose school is the best, yada, yada, yada. Corio gives Neil a compliment, tell him how good he did, him and Miss J. Grace and her dad end up coming, so she thanked him for coming, her and her sister. She was happy that they came. They took pictures together. Miss J ended up telling the kids that they did good and all that kind of stuff. And then they started announcing the winners. Third place was Texas Hairstyling School. Then it was Franklin. And then the first place winners was Royal Beauty Careers. I thought that Texas Hairstyling should have won. But maybe because Royal Beauty had more couture kind of hairstyles, maybe that's why they won. Because some of their stuff was kind of basic. Franklin School is feeling salty, just like some sore ass fucking losers. Miss J is trying to encourage them, but like I said, they were some sore fucking losers. Jessica, all of them was just sore ass losers. Mia walked out. She really didn't want to show her emotions, but you could tell she was very, very disappointed. But I'm sitting there like, that hairstyle was ugly, boo boo. I'm just saying. It was just, and on your presentation, it was just too many people on the stage, and it was just doing too much. So, like I said, at the end, Miss Burns prayed them out. I don't know if this was a season finale or what, but hey, I'll be back next week if they come back. I don't know. But that was my review for Houston Beauty, episode 7. Make sure you rate, comment, subscribe. Follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Google+. I do everything by The Ghetto View, THA, not THE. Talk to me, I'll talk to you back. Check out my girl Ashley Miller. She talks about Houston Beauty in her What It Is videos. Bonnie Blue also do Houston Beauty reviews. Who else doing? I can't remember at the moment. It's late here. Shit, it's like 11, 12 o'clock. So, it's late. So, yeah, check out all the people I asked you to check out. Also, check out my cousin Mike B 801. He don't do Houston Beauty, but he do other shows that you might enjoy. So, yeah, talk to us and we'll talk to you back. Alright, peace.